Oh, good evening, everybody. It's Friday. It always seems like the weeks after a long weekend take forever. I never understand that. So, the piece I'm going to read for you is titled Stars. He asked me, "Do you reread chapters, Amberlee?" I said, "Not typically. I don't tend to read the same book twice, let alone chapters of it." Perhaps what I should have said was that I almost never allow myself the pleasure of experiencing the same book over again, because I already know how it ends. However, I do believe that some stories are to be continued. I'm a lot like gravity. I have a tendency for pulling people in, and some of them lose all self-control and disintegrate upon entering my atmosphere, while others have the good sense and self-awareness to simply settle into orbit with me. People are advanced composites of stars, after all. Some of them spend their whole lives burning in my dark skies, while others are fast and fleeting, streaking across my night so quickly their traces barely remain. Only a whisper of the wishes I invested on them linger in some cases. And others, very, very rare others, are like comets. They come only as close as they are willing to get without jeopardizing their journey. They are beautiful to the naked eye when you can see the richness of their light, and then slowly, effortlessly, they continue on their journey. They stick around for a few months because it's in their nature to do so, but they begin to fade little by little every day until eventually they disappear into the horizon, going quietly, I suppose, wherever comets go. In the 90s, when Hellbob was visible for more than a year, it became an almost permanent fixture in the heavens. I would observe it every night. We were celestial friends, it and I. It was glorious, really, but I always knew it was going away. I felt a oneness with it, a wholeness, even though I knew it wouldn't be around forever. I appreciated it and admired it and felt a connection to it I have not felt to anything else in the universe, not even to myself. You might even say that I loved it, as much as wanderers will allow themselves to be loved. But it was not mine. It didn't belong to me. It belonged entirely to itself, and in a way, I cherished it even more for being exactly what it was intended to be. I was sad watching it tear through my galaxy, and I remember wishing it would stay forever. But it was too bright and too beautiful to stick around indefinitely. Part of me longed to go too, to leave the earth steadily turning below, to abandon the mother for the freedom of zero gravity. But, like gravity, I have a tendency for keeping a death grip on everything I care about, so tightly that I'm actually pulling everything apart. The expansion will ultimately destroy everything. So, to spare the entire universe made up of stars I see all of the time, and the ones I'll never know that are spinning out there anyway in my peripheral, and the ones whose existence still tingle at the edges of my memory, I am learning to loosen my grip. The thing with comets, though, they make their way around the fishbowl and reappear. They almost always reappear. And if fortune favors dreamers just enough, if time and wisdom can prove us better versions of our character, if we can steady our hearts against the winds of age and not become disenchanted by our bewildered lives, we might just make our way back to the fields for clearer observation, to greet them in their returning.